Cercis occidentalis western redbud. About 20 feet tall and about roughly 10 feet wide. Full sun to partial shade. Gorgeous pink flowers in the spring. And this particular plant is deciduous, which is nice because you can plant it close to a window that gets a lot of sunlight, and when you want the sunlight to shine in, it'll be in full leaf mode and it won't allow the sun to come in. Yet when you want the sun to come in, if it's super cold, it'll be deciduous and perfectly allow the sun to come in. So it's actually dual purpose. It's also extremely gorgeous when it's mature and in bloom. Platanus racemosa, California sycamore. 40 feet tall by about 30 feet wide. Flowers in the winter and spring, not really all that noticeable. Prefers full sun. Takes minimal water to being moist. And again, you know, this is something that you will need room for.
What was the name of the jar we raised the man? Was that?
It is beautiful. But if you don't have the room for it, then what's the point? But if you do have a sufficient space for this, I would highly recommend it. It also is deciduous. And yet again, the beauty of deciduous is that it will block out the sun when you want it to, or not when you don't want it to. Quercus agrifolia, coast live oak. If you have the room for this, and mind you, this is not something that would work well in like a 5-foot wide planter. If you have generous room for this, 40 feet tall by 40 feet wide, acorns in the spring, full sun to partial shade. You deep water it in the beginning and then you just leave it alone and it'll do just fine. The acorns can be edible. Gorgeous, gorgeous leaves. This is definitely something you need a lot of room for because a 40-foot tall by 40 feet wide plant will need sufficient room. So if you've got a giant backyard or a semi-large backyard, this would be beautiful if you had the room for it. And actually, there it is, in mature form. Now this one is probably at least a good 50 some odd years old, but just to give you an idea. And imagine around the base of this tree you could put some sort of blanket, hang a swing,